In our lifetime, we absorb facts, information, and skills. We get our theoretical and practical understanding through education and experience. It's called knowledge. Welcome to television's longest-running high school quiz show, Knowledge Bowl. Let's join two of our 16 competing Northeast Michigan high schools and our host, Astrid Fitzpatrick, for today's match.
Hello and welcome to Knowledge Bowl, Michigan's longest-running quiz show. I'm your host, Astrid Fitzpatrick. Today our game is between Whittemore Prescott and Augres. We'll start by introducing those teams, beginning with Whittemore Prescott.
I'm Katie Mervin, I'm a senior.
I'm Megan Bluest, I'm a junior.
I'm Zane Aldrich, I'm a sophomore.
I'm Sean Page and I'm a junior.
Aria Limbaugh, I'm a junior.
I'm Foreman, I'm a junior.
And they're joined by their coach, Dave Mervin. And our team from Augres?
Dominic Lutz, junior.
Caden Anthony, sophomore.
Ramsey Thornton, sophomore.
Connor Roble, sophomore.
Gabe Beardsley, freshman.
Abigail Edmonds, junior.
And they're joined by their coach, Kathy Macheski. I'd also like to thank our judges, Matthew Fitzpatrick and Joey Griskowiak, for being here today. Our first round is a toss-up round, but before we start that, here are the rules.
Round 1 is a toss-up format. A question will be asked and the first competitor to ring in has the opportunity to answer the question. If a correct answer is given, the team is awarded 10 points. No consulting is allowed. If the answer is incorrect, then the question goes to the opposing team to answer.
All right, let's get started. The decathlon in track and field is made up of 10 events, of course. Name the 3 events in which the competitor hurls something with his hand. Ramsey?
The discus throw, shot put, and hammer throw.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Whittemore?
The shot put throw, discus throw, and the javelin.
That's correct. Whose vice president was born Leslie Lynch King? The correct answer is Nixon's. That was Gerald Ford's name. The Trinity River feeds Galveston Bay. Into what bay does the Susquehanna River empty? The correct answer is the Chesapeake Bay. Any arched brick or stone ceiling is called a vault by architects. What is the name of the simplest kind of vault with a single continuous arch? Zane?
A dome.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Augres? The correct answer was barrel vault. This poem is considered to be Geoffrey Chaucer's greatest work apart from the Canterbury Tales. Both a romance and a philosophical tragedy, it is set in ancient Troy before the fall of that city-state. What is that poem's title? The correct answer was Troilus and Cressida. What is the degree of the polynomial 2x cubed y cubed plus 3x squared y cubed z squared minus 6x squared y cubed z? Dominic?
3.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Whittemore? Katie?
6.
I'm sorry, that's also incorrect. Correct answer was 7. The uncontrollable urge to sleep during normal waking hours is referred to by what medical term? Dominic?
Narcoleptic.
Judges? Okay, that's correct. What tale has the moral, he who wants everything gets nothing? Ramsey?
The tale of King Midas.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Whittemore? The correct answer was the goose and the golden eggs. What word is defined as any gap or opening, a break where a part is missing, as in a manuscript? And the correct answer is hiatus. U.S. Highway 101 in California closely follows the path of an early Spanish road that connected San Diego with Franciscan missions 500 miles to the north. What was the Spanish road called? The correct answer was El Camino Real. Modern chemistry is considered to have begun with the work and writings of what English scientist who also formulated one of the basic laws of physics? Ramsey?
Sir Isaac Newton.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Whittemore? And the correct answer was Robert Boyle. You know where Asia is, but where is Laurasia? And the correct answer is that it doesn't exist. It was a primordial continent. Donald Duncan's toy that became an instant success in 1929 was once a weapon in the Far East. Discovered in the Philippines by Mr. Duncan, it was originally a Far Eastern jungle weapon that could be bounced off the head of an enemy and swiftly drawn up out of sight by someone hidden in a tree. What was the device? Caden?
A yo-yo?
That's correct. A scientist specializing in the study of the transmission of inherited traits from one generation to another is called what? The correct answer was a geneticist. It was discovered in 1741, and its first permanent settlement was on Kodiak Island in 1783. What state am I talking about? Caden?
Alaska?
That's correct. Quantum field theory posits their existence, but makes that existence so tenuous that they may never be detected. Name this particle even less interactive than neutrinos, which carries the force of gravity. Ramsey?
Quarks.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Whittemore? And the correct answer was gravitons. Whose primary responsibility is it for preparing the national budget? Zane?
The president.
That's correct. This word, which starts with the letter C, is sometimes used as a synonym for rhythm or meter in poetry. What's the word? Zane?
Chorus.
I'm sorry, what?
A chorus.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Augres? Ramsey?
A chord.
I'm sorry, that's also incorrect. Correct answer was cadence. Which of the following belongs to the rose family? Raspberry, carrot, grapefruit, or cabbage? Dominic?
Raspberry.
That's correct. Christopher Columbus is said to have landed on it in his second voyage in 1493. Its first settlement was begun in 1508 by Ponce de Leon. It was ruled by Spain for 400 years, but is today an island commonwealth of the United States. Name it. Ramsey?
Jamaica.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Katie?
Philippines.
I'm sorry, that's also incorrect. Correct answer was Puerto Rico. That's all we have for our first round. We'll be right back with some updated scores. Okay, welcome back. So far, I've got Whittemore Prescott with a score of 20 and Augres with a score of 40. Our next round is the bonus round, but before we start that, here are the rules.
This is the bonus round. It consists of toss-up questions, as in round 1. However, this is the twist. The team answering correctly then gets 4 bonus questions. For each question answered correctly, a series of points will be awarded. Team members can consult, but only the team captain can answer the question. After an incorrect answer, the toss-up portion begins again for both teams.
All right, here we go. The Indian chief Red Cloud led the opposition to white advances through Montana and Colorado. What tribe was Red Cloud? Dominic?
Iroquois.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Whittemore? Zane?
Apache.
I'm sorry, that's also incorrect. Correct answer was Sioux. How many ounces are there in 1 ton? And the correct answer was 32,000. In 1983, Pope John Paul II said the Roman Catholic Church erred in condemning what astronomer in 1633 for saying the Earth was not the center of the universe?
Galileo.
That's correct. Okay, and these are name it and spell it questions. The small nocturnal tree-climbing mammal common throughout North America with a black mask on its face and rings around its tail. This was for Whittemore Prescott.
Raccoon. Raccoon.
That's correct. The inflammation of the voice box that often causes people to lose their voices. Right, the correct answer was laryngitis. Laryngitis. Used primarily as a riot control device, it is a chemical substance that affects the eyes. What is it commonly called? Caden.
Pepper spray?
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Whittemore? Sean?
Tear gas?
That's correct. Okay, these are questions about generals. What hero of World War I was the only man to hold the rank of general of the U.S. armies, serving in that capacity from 1919 to 1924? And the correct answer was John J. Pershing. In his book, The Imperial Presidency, Arthur Schlesinger uses the word comedy quite often. Which of these words comes closest to its meaning? Productivity, courtesy, humor, or ease? Dominic?
Courtesy.
That's correct. Okay, give the city location of these colleges and universities. American University.
Pennsylvania. Philadelphia.
Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Correct answer was Washington, D.C. In which winter sport is it illegal to rough, hook, slash, or trip? Dominic?
Hockey.
That's correct. Okay, these answers start with R. What is Freon's most common use?
To run.
Refrigerator food.
That's correct. This is a long-tailed crested desert bird related to the cuckoo.
Roadrunner.
Roadrunner.
That's correct. What is the capital of Latvia?
Radia.
Nadia.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Correct answer was Riga. A Washington city, a Canadian city, and a Canadian island all share what explorer's name? Okay, and the correct answer was Vancouver. St. Linus succeeded St. Peter as pope. Numa Pompilius succeeded Romulus as the ruler of what? Megan?
Rome.
That's correct. Okay. And you need to state capitals for these answers. Delaware's capital has the same name as a small English town famous for what color cliffs?
Dover.
Okay, and the correct answer was white. Okay, which of the following is the name of both a plant and an animal? Chameleon, locust, swallow. Dominic?
Locust.
That's correct. These are about food. Word for a French stew, it's a homophone for a popular brand of spaghetti sauce. What's the word?
Ragu.
Ragu.
That's correct.
That's what's up.
From France, where its name means to complete, this is a clear soup made from well-seasoned stock. What is its name?
Beef stew. Beef stew.
Right, the correct answer was consomme. Okay, spell the plural of gymnasium. Dominic?
Gymnasiums.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Whittemore? Right, the correct answer was gymnasia, Gymnasia. Janet borrowed 2/3 of Patty's money. Janet spent 1/5 of what she borrowed. Janet then had 40 cents left. How much does Patty have left? Ramsey?
34 cents.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Whittemore? The correct answer was 25 cents. In what film did Catherine Ross play a woman and her robot duplicate? The correct answer was the Stepford wives. Electrons in generators, transformers, and motors, are they subject to electromotive forces, chemical forces, hydraulic forces, or thermodynamic forces? Ramsey?
Electric forces.
Judges? Okay, I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Whittemore? Okay, the correct answer was electromotive forces. In astrology, the heavens are divided into quarters, and each quarter has A, cusps, B, disks, C, houses, or D, moons. Zane?
Cusps.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Augres? Caden?
Houses.
That's correct. Okay. In the U.S., the Republicans and Democrats make up the two major parties. What are the two major political parties in each of the following countries? United Kingdom?
Whigs and separatists.
Conservatives and separatists.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. The correct answer was Conservative, Labor, and Liberal Democrats. That's all we have for our second round. We'll be right back with some updated scores. All right, welcome back. So far, we've got Whittemore Prescott with a score of 55 and Augres with a score of 100. We're also joined by alternate Gabe Beardsley on Augres' side. Up next is the 60-second round, but before we start that, here are the rules.
This is our 60-second round. The team with the lowest score selects from one of the 4 categories of 10 questions. The team that has 60 seconds to answer as many questions as possible. Each correct answer is worth 10 points. Any missed questions will then be answered by the opposing team. An additional 20-point bonus is awarded for answering all 10 questions correctly.
All right, we're starting with Whittemore, who's chosen the category of states. The Spanish, French, Portuguese, Dutch, and English, along with American Indians and others, all influence the origin of our state's names. Identify the origins of these state names. California.
Spanish.
That's correct. Maine.
Dutch.
Sorry, that's incorrect. New Jersey.
English.
That's correct. Virginia.
English.
That's correct. Florida.
Spanish.
That's correct. Iowa.
Native American.
That's correct. Vermont.
Dutch.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Nevada.
Native Americans.
Sorry, that's incorrect. Minnesota.
French.
Sorry, that's incorrect. And Alaska.
Native American.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. And Augres. Maine.
Portuguese.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Vermont.
English.
Is it French?
That's correct.
Oh, nice.
Nevada.
Spanish.
Spanish.
That's correct. Minnesota.
Spanish.
Spanish.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. And Alaska.
That's be French.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. I'm going to go to Augres, who's chosen the category Rome. All Gaul is divided into 3 parts, so opens the history of the Gallic Wars. Who wrote the book?
Homer.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. On what occasion did Julius Caesar say the die is cast?
When he was getting stabbed.
When he was getting stabbed.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. What river marked the eastern extent of the Roman Empire?
Oh, let's see. Tigris.
Tigris.
That's correct. What first emperor said that he found Rome a city of brick and turned it into one of marble?
I want to say Constantinople. Okay, it didn't say that.
Pass.
According to the Roman writer Juvenal, what were the only 2 things that the emperors needed to please the Romans with?
Silver and gold.
Sorry, that's incorrect. What wife and sister of Ptolemy VIII became the richest woman in the world under Roman Empire?
Pass.
Why do historians know the legend that Nero fiddled while Rome burned to be false? Okay. And Whittemore. All Gaul is divided into 3 parts, so opens the history of the Gallic Wars. Who wrote the book?
Plato.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. On what occasion did Julius Caesar say the die is cast?
Pass.
What first emperor said that he found Rome a city of brick and turned it into one of marble?
Caesar.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. According to the Roman writer Juvenal, what were the only 2 things that the emperors needed to please the Romans with?
Fame and fortune.
Sorry, that's incorrect. And what wife and sister of Ptolemy VIII became the richest woman in the world under Roman rule?
Cleopatra.
That's correct. And that's all we have for our 60-second round. We'll be right back with some updated scores. All right, welcome back. So far, I've got Whittemore Prescott with a score of 115 and Augres with a score of 130. Our last round is a toss-up round, just like the first round, so we'll go ahead and get started. The computer printer has proved to be a blessing for writers in this language who formerly relied upon a monstrous typewriter with 5,850 keys. Name this language in which a typist is considered highly skilled if he can type 10 words a minute.
Mandarin.
That's correct. Which 2 events in the decathlon include the word throw? Dominic?
Shot put, throw, and discus throw.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect.
Shot
Zane?
put, throw, and javelin throw.
I'm sorry, that's also incorrect. The answer we were looking for was discus throw and javelin throw. In this type of social group, an individual's descent is traced through the female or male line only. It is more comprehensive than a family and is frequently associated with the people of Scotland. Name this social group. Ramsey?
A clan.
That's correct. Why does the Earth appear still to us if it's really spinning? Zane?
Gravity.
Judges? I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Augres? Caden?
It's moving too fast.
Sorry, that's also incorrect. The answer we were looking for is because we're rotating at the same speed as all the other objects on Earth. Great heroes died in great battles. Who died at Roncesvalles, Roland, Patroclus, or Count Screwloose from Toulouse? The correct answer was Roland. Sometimes, in order to understand just what an author meant by a particular word, you must look at the sentences surrounding that word, and in this way, you're able to understand the word in what? Dominic?
Context.
That's correct. What does Linus wait for each Halloween? Gabe?
The Great Pumpkin.
That's correct. An electric circuit has a current of 5 amps and a resistance of 3 ohms. What is the voltage of the circuit? Zane?
30.
Sorry, that's incorrect. Augres? Ramsey?
7.
I'm sorry, that's also incorrect. Correct answer was 15 volts. Jerry bought 7 books that cost $4.95 each. How much change should he receive from 2 $20 bills? The correct answer was $5.35. What 2 letters are part of every television station's legal station identification? Ramsey?
W and K.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Katie?
WB.
Sorry, that's also incorrect. Correct answer was TV. Which of these isn't a plant? A sweet gum, sour gum, or dadgum? Dominic?
Dadgum.
That's correct. Name any 4 of the 5 presidents elected in the 19th century who died in office. Right, and the correct answer was William Henry Harrison, Zachary Taylor, Abraham Lincoln, James Garfield, and William McKinley. The Planets is the orchestral masterpiece of British composer Gustav Holst. The suite contains tonal pictures of all of the planets except for Earth and Pluto. Why is Pluto omitted? Ramsey?
It's not a planet because it's a dwarf planet.
Sorry, that's incorrect. Whittemore?
It's a moon of Neptune.
I'm sorry, what?
It's a moon of Neptune.
Okay, I'm sorry, that's also incorrect. The correct answer is because Pluto was not discovered until 1930. The Hardy-Weinberg law states that 4 conditions must be met for genetic equilibrium. Name any one of them. Ramsey?
An equal amount of chromosomes in a certain trait.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Whittemore? Right, and the answers we would have accepted were large population size, no migration, random reproduction, or no mutation. In her will, a woman left 1/2 of her estate to her husband. She left 1/3 to her daughter and the balance of $12,000 to her son. What was the total value of her estate? The correct answer was $72,000. Express the number 2,000 as the product of its primes. The correct answer was 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 5 times 5 times 5. Name the 4 most powerful city-states of Renaissance Italy. Zane?
Venice, Rome, Naples, and Sicily.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Augres? Right, and the correct answer was Venice, Milan, Florence, and Rome. And that's all we have for our last round. We'll be right back with the final scores. Okay, welcome back. Our final scores are Whittemore Prescott with 125 and Augres with 170. So congratulations to our winners today from Augres. Join us next week when we'll have Whittemore Prescott versus Mayo. And I'll leave you with a quote from Carl Jung: "Knowledge lies not in truth alone, but in error also. So don't be afraid to make mistakes. That's why they put the little erasers on pencils." Have a nice day.